Yesterday I started Python. Python is world famous general purpose high level object oriented programming. Python is vast set of libraries and frameworks. Python is open source. Python using for develop data science applications. Python using for implement AI applications. And Python is using for develop web applications, all these things. And one more thing we discussed, what are the different kind of editors we are using for Python. To write Python code, you can use Notepad, you can use Notepad++, you can use Sublime Text, you can use brackets, you can use PyCharm, and you can use Anaconda Navigator, Visual Studio Code. And in Anaconda Navigator, there are two things. One is a Jupyter and one is a Spider. Coming to the note point, before enter to any editor, please install Python in your system. Whenever you install Python in your system, automatically you will be having ideally integrated development lightweight environment, and which is going to be having two kind of ways of writing programming. The one is the interpreted mode, one is a batch mode. So in interpreted mode, line by line execution, you can write all the Python code line by line. And there is a one more thing called batch mode. So what is happening with the batch mode is the complete file is going to be saved with the .py format. And finally, we can able to execute the Python code. So that is the batch mode format. Okay, so let us continue with the one more editor called Visual Studio Code. So this is the Visual Studio Code. The one more editor called Visual Studio Code. So how you can install Visual Studio Code in your system? So if you want to install Visual Studio Code, first of all, open browser and search for VS Code and download it. Download and install it. After installing the VS Code, this is my VS Code already installed. I am actually now in VS Code only. So if you want to download it, you can just go to the browser, search for Visual Studio Code download, and where you will be finding the first URL, download Visual Studio Code over there. And from this, basically you have to choose your operating system. For example, if you are using a Windows machine, you have to go for the Windows. If you are using a Mac machine, you have to go for the Mac. If you are using a Linux machine, you have to go with the Linux machine. So here I am using Windows system and click on the download button here, and automatically the file will be downloaded for you. So when I click on the Windows option here, so the file is going to be downloading for us. So it is going to be showing for me downloading is available or not. So can you see and observe? VS Code is downloading for me now. So after download it, you have to install it. So once I install Visual Studio Code, it should be like this. It should be like this. Then you try to write files, save the file, whatever the name you want, you can just give. So I want to give my first Python, first underscore Python, first underscore Python.py. .py is mandatory. So whenever you want to create a Python file, .py is the extension, you have to give it. So I'm giving first Python.py. First Python is my program name. First Python is my program name and .py is the extension for that. Okay, when I say like this, it is the Python file. But whenever you want to run the program, you have to install one extension here. So just go to the fifth button here. Left side, you will be having the fifth button called extensions button. Extensions button. Inside the extensions, you can search for Python. Inside the extensions, you can search for Python. So when I search for Python, the first option is Python. So you can see the Python here. This is the logo from the Microsoft. This plugin is available. So what you have to do is you need to click on the install button. By default, install button is available for you. By default, install button is available for you. You have to click on the install button. Then automatically, this extension is going to be adding for your Visual Studio. So we already have the Visual Studio Code. For that Visual Studio Code, this extension is going to be adding on or add on. So once this add-on is done, then you can able to write your Python codes and run your Python codes. Okay, so I can write my Python code. Suppose name is equal to Srinivas. If I'm trying to entering the name Srinivas, let me print the name. Print my name is comma. Yeah, you can specify like this. And age is equal to something like 34 and print something like age is age is comma and qualification is equal to kind of MCA and print qualification is I'm trying to giving a qualification also and comma qualification. You try to observe this. I'm trying to write in the Python code here. So I'm trying to giving the name and age and qualification. Finally, I want to run the program. If you want to run the program, go to the option called run option. Run Python file. Run Python file. If you don't have any issue or any error, automatically you can able to see the output of the Python code, whatever you written. So my name is something like Srinivas and age is 34 and qualification is X. So this is the way of writing Python in the VS Code, Visual Studio Code. And there is a one more editor called PyCharm. If you want, you can go with the PyCharm also. There is a one more editor called PyCharm. So install PyCharm and you can just write the Python code inside the PyCharm also. And there is a one more editor called Anaconda Navigator. So install Anaconda Navigator. When you install Anaconda Navigator is Anaconda Navigator is an environment which will give lot of existing editors. From that, one is the Jupyter. The very famous is Jupyter, and the one more famous thing is Spider. So from Jupyter, how the files are going to be saved? So Jupyter is basically having notebooks, which is something like a row by row code execution, and the files are going to be saved here, IPyLib format. Spider, it is the files only, file.py. The format is file.py here also. In PyCharm, you have to save the file using with the file.py only. You can write Python, you can directly execute it. Let me show the PyCharm also. PyCharm editor. PyCharm. You can search for PyCharm. PyCharm available from JetBrains. You can just open the editor, and you will be having option called download option. You will be go with the download option. So here, there are two things. One is the download option. You can go for the download option. PyCharm Community Edition, the IDE for pure Python development. Whenever you want to go with the Python development, you can go with. And I'm trying to download in the PyCharm community. I'm downloading PyCharm now. PyCharm community. From PyCharm community, I can download the PyCharm here. And if you want, you can write the code in the PyCharm also. I'll show one file using with the PyCharm also. Once the download is finished, I can able to run this program. I want to try to install. Till now, I did not install PyCharm in my system. Today only I'm installing PyCharm now. So I'm trying to downloading it. 3 seconds left, 2 seconds left, 1 second left. Downloaded. PyCharm got downloaded for us. Open the folder. PyCharm community is there. Let me double click on the PyCharm community. Once you double click on this, you will be having a S here. You can go with the S option. And it is asking me to install next options. Click on next and PyCharm community edition and add bin for the path, add a open folder, add a create associate. Select all the check marks. And click on the next button. And PyCharm is going to be installing. So we already done ideally. And we already done with the VS Code, Visual Studio Code. And the third one is PyCharm. Now I'm going with PyCharm. After that, I will go with the Anaconda Navigator. I'll go with the Jupyter Notebook. I'll go with the Spider also. This is PyCharm. Okay. So I want manually reboot later. Okay, finish it. I don't want to reboot the system. So installation was successful. Installation was successful. Let me search for PyCharm here. PyCharm Community Edition. I'm trying to opening PyCharm editor. I'm trying to opening PyCharm editor. So confirm license agreement, all these things here, and click on the continue button and don't send. Okay, so import settings from Visual Studio Code. Yes, import it. Okay, now PyCharm ready. Now PyCharm ready. Now you can able to create here projects. Everything is project here. So let me create a new project for the PyCharm. I want to create a new project. So Python project and location. I want to choose the location. If you want to choose the location, you can choose the location. I am choosing the location on top of the desktop. Let me go to the desktop. Okay, now I am selecting the D folder. I don't want to go with the C folder. I want to go with the D folder and click on OK button. And the location is D and click on the project name. What is the project name? Python project. And click on the create button. So the now project is going to be creating in the D drive. How? Okay, one project was ready. So inside this, you can able to create any kind of files. So some default files are available. Don't disturb these files. Don't do anything with these files. This is a Python project. Inside the Python project, I want to write a new file. So scripts are available, library available, everything is available. So inside this, I want to create a new file. Okay, file, new file. I'm trying to create in the new file now. New Python file. So Jupyter Notebook. Should go with the professional edition. Okay, new scratch file. What my requirement? I just want to write something. Print hello Python. Python is simple. Okay, once I write the code. So the code is ready. Now I want to go with the play button. So run the scratch.py. So can you see the output? Hello Python is there. At the same time, Python is simple also. So you can able to write the files like this in PyCharm. So PyCharm is very simple. Okay, I'm exiting this. There is a one more editor which is going to be available for us. After the PyCharm, there is a one more editor called Sublime Text. You can install Sublime Text. Here also file is going to be saved with .py format. Let me try to install Sublime Text also. Sublime Text. Sublime Text download. Sublime Text, directly you can open the Sublime Text official edit window, and where you will be having the option called download option. You can click on the download option on top. So automatically Sublime Text is going to be downloading for. Can you see and observe? Sublime Text is downloading for me now. So I already downloaded Sublime Text. So you can see Sublime Text here. So this is the Sublime Text editor. Open Sublime Text and you can create a new file here. I want to create a new file here. Let me create a new file. File, new file, and save it as. And this is our folder. I created one folder for our class desktop. And let me go with the demo.py. Demo.py. So let me give the name. Name is equal to Srinivas. Print. Okay, so here you can run the file. Go to the tools. Go to the build. Control B is the shortcut. Control B is the shortcut here, and you can go with the build option. So whenever I build the program, you can see the. See, if you want to work with any editor, before all the editors, you have to install Python first. Without Python installation, any editor will not work out. Any editor will not work out. You have to understand that, very, very important. Understand one thing important. First of all, Python should be available in your system. Without having Python installation, you cannot go with the VS Code, you cannot go with the Sublime Text, you cannot go with the PyCharm, you cannot go with the Anaconda Navigator, even you cannot go with the Notepad also. Okay, so I got output or not? Literally, I got output. Let me go. This is the Sublime Text. Okay, let me go with the Notepad. This is the Notepad. Basically, Notepad is available by default. Don't need to install it. Every Windows operating system by default, Notepad is available. Don't need to install it. So this is the Notepad. Let me create a new file and save the file. File save is inside the Python 11 AM, and this is the Notepad Python. Notepad Python.py. .py is mandatory here also. .py is mandatory here also. Let me write the same line. Name is equal to Python programming, and let me print the name. So here colors will not come. Here colors will not come. This is Notepad, just like a Notepad, and qualification is name is something, and let me save. File save. Okay, this is the Notepad file. First of all, if you want to see the output of Notepad file always saved .py format. You have to remember it. Already saved in .py format. Go to the VS Code and try to check it out. This is the Notepad file. I opened in Visual Studio Code. I opened in the Visual Studio Code, or you can open in Sublime Text also. Why? Because Notepad directly not have the run option. Notepad directly not have the run option. You have to go to the any editor and one customized editors and go with the output. Okay, this is the Python programming. This is as it is. I'm writing in the Notepad. As it is, I'm writing in the Notepad. Why? Because the folder already have the file called Notepad Python.py. So this is also taken a logo or not? So this is also taken a logo. Why? Because that is the Python .py format. Whenever you have a .py format, automatically logo will take. Now I can able to run this file also. So even I can see the output of the file. So what is the name? Okay. Only name I got. When I keep like this, I can see the name. Python programming. So everything is fine. But Notepad, in Notepad, there is no option called run. Better you don't go with the Notepad, you can go with the Visual Studio Code, or you can go with the Sublime Text to write the Python. So in real time, I will use, or real time, or even I also use Visual Studio Code, Anaconda Navigator. Anaconda Navigator. Anaconda Navigator. Just search for Anaconda Navigator and download the Anaconda Navigator. Navigator Anaconda, and you will be having a button called download option. So when you click on the download option, automatically Anaconda Navigator is going to be installing. Automatically Anaconda Navigator is installed. Just try to open it. After download, please install it. I already installed it. That is the reason directly I'm trying to open it. Anaconda Navigator. Try to start with Anaconda Navigator. When I start with the Anaconda Navigator will take time. So if you want to work with Anaconda Navigator, your system minimum have 8 GB RAM. 4 GB RAM is very slow. Your system should have a minimum 8 GB RAM. At least you should be having SSD hard disk. Otherwise, it is not big deal. It will take a lot of time. Okay, so can you see this is the Anaconda Navigator? Anaconda Navigator is a bunch of editors. I already told. Anaconda Navigator is a bunch of editors. Yes or no? Anaconda Navigator is environment which will have a lot of existing editors. What are the different editors we have? I don't want to give the list of editors here. There are multiple editors which are available. But which editor I want to go for Python? Jupyter is one thing and Spider is one thing. Where is the Spider? This is the Spider. One is a Jupyter, one is a Spider. First I'll go with the Spider. Launch Spider. From the Anaconda Navigator, I'm launching Spider now. From the Anaconda Navigator, I'm launching Spider. When you launch Spider, Spider will open. It will take time. I think the Spider first time I'm opening here. This piece. Okay. Temp.py. By default, some py file is available. You can write the temporary script here. So name is equal to, if I want to increase the font size, you can increase the font size. Name is equal to Srinivas and the printer. And qualification is printer qualification. Save it. And now you can run the file. So there is an option called run option. On top, you can see the play button. This is the run file. On top, you can see the play option. You can go with the run option. Okay. Output I got. What is the output I got? Can you see the output here? You can see the output here. What is the output here? This is the Spider. Inside the Spider also you can write the Python files and you can create Python files. Okay, let me go. But finally, my intention is go with the Spider. Launch a Spider here. Launch a Spider. Spider is basically a notebook. And Spider is web environment, web IDE. Spider, sorry, Jupyter, sorry, Jupyter. Spelling mistake. Okay, Jupyter is web IDE. It means this editor will launch by browser. It means this editor will launch by browser. Any browser, whatever the default browser you have, that editor is launching by the browser. And one more thing, notebook. Jupyter have notebooks. Jupyter have what? Notebooks. So it means rows. Every row can execute with shortcut. What is the shortcut for the row execution? Shift plus enter. Shift plus enter is a shortcut to run the cell. To run the cell, you can every cell you can run. Every cell you can execute with a shortcut. Rows nothing but cells. Okay, so rows nothing but cells here. Okay, so can I open the Jupyter notebook? This is my Jupyter notebook. Okay, let me go to the desktop. What is the folder for us? 11 Python, and here I want to create the new file. The folder, I opened the folder. I opened the folder with the specific path. From this, I want to create the new file, new notebook. New notebook. Okay, I got created a new notebook here, and let me save the file, rename it. This notebook name is demo or Python programs. Python programs. Python programs dot ipynib. I already told you Jupyter notebook files are going to be having some default extension called ipynib, ipynib or ipynb. ipynb is the default extension for the Jupyter files. Okay, rename it. Okay, now let me write the name. Name is equal to Srinivas. Okay, print name. Shift enter for execute the cell. Output is what? Srinivas. Okay, let me go with the print one more time. Print something like name is comma. Shift enter. Shift enter. This is comfortable one. Jupyter notebook is comfortable one to execute the cells. For example, if I want to write a bigger program, you can write a bigger program also. Z is equal to x plus y, and print addition is comma z. The cell is executing at the same time. So you can write a multiple lines of the code here. This is not like interpreted mode. Interpreted mode, if I give x is equal to 10, you have to enter. You have to enter. That is interpreter mode, but this is not interpreter mode. This is the compilation mode. Batch mode. Jupyter is batch mode. Okay. So these complete lines are executing at once or not? Complete lines of the code executing at once or not? Okay, let me write another program. So price of the product. Price is equal to 45,000. And let me get the price. I can get the 45,000. Okay, I want product price is equal to 45,000 and product discount is equal to 300 rupees or 3,000 rupees. And final price. What is the final price of the product here? Product price minus product discount. What is the final price then? Final underscore price. What is the final price then? 42,000. How I got 42,000? Final price is going to be storing some value. What is the value which is going to be storing in the final price? Final price is going to be storing product price minus product discount. Product price is 45,000 minus 3,000. So what is the output of this? What is the output of this? 45,000 minus 3,000. So what is the output of this? 43 or 42. Sorry. This is the output for one arithmetic operator is performing here. One arithmetic operator is performing, that arithmetic operator is minus. Subtraction. Am I clear? So this is the way of working with the program. So let me write some arithmetic operators or arithmetic operations. Let me write some arithmetic operations. So no need to create the variable directly. I can give the values 10 plus 20. What is the 10 plus 20? 30. What is the 20 minus 4? 16. What is the 34 into 56? Something. Okay. What is the division? I want to see the division also. Okay. 45 divided by 6. Value is 7.5. I want to get only floor value. 45 double slash 6. Only floor value I can say 7. Now this time it is not 7.5, it is 7. What is the requirement is only floor division I want. Okay. I want to take a reminder. 6 divided by 2 or 6 divided by 5. What is the reminder? 5 will go in 16 how many times? 5 will go in 16 three times. 5 threes are 15. What is the remainder value then? Remainder value. So it will give the remainder. Percentile is giving you remainder. It is remainder. It is floor division. Floor division. And it is division, just a division. And it is multiplication. It is subtraction. Subtraction. And it is addition. So we have addition, we have subtraction, we have multiplication, we have division, we have the floor division, we have remainder option. And there is a one more operator, something like 2 double star 5. This is something like opponent value. 2 to the power of 5. What is that 2 to the power of 5? Something like 32. 45 to the power of 45 power of 6. 45 into 45 into 45 into 45 into 45 into 45. 6 times I am multiplying 45. So then final value is this much bigger value we can able to see. Power value, whenever you want to see the opponent value or power value. So power operator, what is the power operator here? Power operator is double star. Power operator is double star. Some arithmetic operations we are performing now with small numbers. Today, what you have to do is install Anaconda Navigator in your systems, or install Visual Studio Code in your systems, install Sublime Text in your systems. Just try to observe how the Python is working or Python is executing. We don't know what is the environment you are working in the real time. In real time, if they give Anaconda, if they give Jupyter, okay, you have to work with the Jupyter. In real time, you don't know. They are giving with the Visual Studio Code, you have to work with the Visual Studio. In real time, they don't want to bother about the editors, then directly you can go with the Jupyter code. If they require Sublime Text, you have to go with the Sublime Text. If they require PyCharm, yes, you have to go with the PyCharm. If they are using Spider, yes, go with the Spider. Don't confuse with any editor. Don't confuse with any editor. Beginner level, we need to understand where I can write my Python code. Any editor you can able to write Python code, but only Anaconda, Jupyter only. File extension is changed. Anaconda, Navigator, Jupyter, WebIDE only. Extension is changed. Remaining all the editors, extension is .py format. .py. That is a common format. .py is the common format. But only for Anaconda files, Jupyter files, .ipynb files. IPYNB files. Remember it. Let me go with the one more important concept in Python. One more important concept in Python, that is called comments in Python. How to write comments in Python. Basically, comments are using for commenting code. Comments are using for, let me give the notes also. This notes you want. I cannot copy the code, I think so. I cannot copy the multiple cells here. Okay. Only name is coming. Only first one is coming. Remaining all the cells I cannot able to copy here. Only first cell is copying. Remaining cells are not copying. So later you can just check it out how to copy the files. Cell by cell you can copy, or you can have one more option. edit match selected cells. Select all the cells, match all the cells above. Match the selected cells. Okay, I'm just merging all the cells here. And one by line you can execute it. Just keeping the practice in the Jupyter notebook. So this is for practice purpose. You can able to enter each and every line separate. And finally, let me go to the comments. Comments are using for commenting the code. Python comments are two types. Python comments are two types. One is single line comment. One is multi-line comment. Single line comments are using with the hash, and then you can write Python. And one more code you have, again you have with the hash. How many number of lines Python code you have, that number of times you have to give the hash. That is the comment. Multi-line comment is very simple. You can go with the triple single quote, or you can go with the triple double quote. Triple single quote, inside the triple single quote, you can write Python code multiple lines. So this is the Python code, but I will be having the multiple lines of the code. I will be having the multiple lines of the code that will not render. That will not render. Okay, if you want to write a say Python code in the triple double quotes, inside the triple double quotes also Python code will not render. Okay, let me take new program for comments here. So take it as comments dot py. Okay, so print hello Python. Now this code is not commented. Now this code is not commented. When I execute the file, what is the output of this? When I execute the file, I can see the output of that particular file. What is this output? Hello Python, I know. But I don't want to execute hello Python. If you don't want to execute hello Python, what you can do is you can give. When I say comment, so I cannot able to see the commented code, but I can able to see this one, print Srinivas. So only one line I can able to see output. Only one line I can able to see the output. Only I can see Srinivas, but I cannot see hello Python. Why? Because hello Python already commented. Hello Python already commented. So that is a single line comment. Whenever you want to work with the single line comment, you can go like that. Am I clear? Okay, there is a one more program I'm writing here. This is about single line comment. Let me give the single line comment. This is single line. Okay, so one more way you can print a name. So this is about the print name. I will write something like a print of 4 plus 5. This is something comment I'm giving. This is addition program. Print of 45 minus 6. This is a subtraction. By the comment, I can able to easily understand that line is doing what. By the comment, I can understand what this line of the code is. Just printing the name. What is the line of this code is? Addition operation. What is the line of this code is? Subtraction. That is the benefit of the comment. If you use the comment in the program, that comment is actually telling you what is the purpose of that particular line is. Sometimes you want to hide the particular code, you can give the comment, and sometimes if you want to understand flow of the program or what is the exact requirement of that particular program, you can go with this one. Let me write one more program. Suppose, for example, I am writing a triple single quote. Let me go with the addition program. Addition program with multiple numbers. This is multi-line comments. I'm having multiple lines or not? I'm having multiple lines or not? What are the multiple lines I'm writing now? Addition program is one line. multiple numbers is one line. Okay, otherwise you can delete it. For example, x is equal to 10, y is equal to 20, z is equal to x plus y, print z. This code will work or not? Whatever the addition program we have, that will work or not? Addition program will work or not? Yes, sir? Okay, only 9 and 39K. But what about addition? What about the 30 value? What about the 30 value? What about the 30 value, sir? I cannot able to see the 30 now. Why I cannot able to see 30? That code is already commented. That code is already commented. But multiple lines I'm commenting. Multiple lines I'm commenting at the same time. I'm having 4 lines of the Python code now. First line is x equal to 10. Second line is y is equal to 20. Third line is z is equal to x plus 1. Fourth line is print addition is something like z. 4 lines of the Python code I'm commenting at the same time. 4 lines of the Python code I'm commenting at the same time using with the triple single quote open, triple single quote close. That is a lock open, lock close. I'm locking this. I'm locking this Python code. I'm locking this Python code using with the comments. Using with the multi-line comments. There is a one more way to work with the multi-line comments. I already told you. There is a one more way you can lock the code. Triple single quote open, triple single quote, triple double quote open, triple double quote. This is also same. This will work or this will work for the multi-line comment. Again, I cannot see the 30 code. But if I'm not having the comment, on the downside, I'm writing the Python. If I'm writing the Python code, it should work. But indentation, it is going in a different line. That is a problem. So now you can see addition is why? Because the last time I'm not using the comment. Last time code I'm not using the comment. Okay, you may ask a question, sir. I want to comment all these lines at the same time. What is the shortcut? Manually means you have to give the triple single quote top, triple single quote down, or triple double quote top, triple double quote down. Manually, that is the way. No, sir, I want to select all the code. I want to just hide the addition program. Selecting all the code, control backslash. Control backslash. When I say control backslash, automatically these particular lines of the code is commenting. Commenting at once. Sorry, comment and I want to release the comment. I want to use the program again. But again, select the code. Whatever the comment you want to release, select the code first. Control backslash. The comment release. What is happening? Comment releasing. So that is one more important point you have to note points. Add comment or release comment for multiple lines at same time. We have to select code with mouse and control plus backslash. Control plus backslash. That is a shortcut. And what about the control backslash you are using? That is for comment the code or release the comment for. Comment చేయడానికి release చేయడానికి రెండింటికి shortcuts. What is the shortcut for that? Control backslash. Is it clear? Is it clear, everyone? Now let me go to the one more important Python function called print. What is the print function? Print function is Python predefined function. Python predefined function using for print some statements. Okay, so you can write print in a single quotes, or you can write a print in double quotes. You can write print in a single, triple single quote, or you can write your print in a triple double quotes. Everything is fine. Everything is fine. No problem. You can use single quotes. You can use double quotes. You can use triple single quotes. You can use triple double quotes. Everything is working fine. Let me see. Print function. Can I go with the print with the single quotes first? Okay. What is your name? Teja. Can I call Teja? అంత పెద్ద పేరు రాయలేదు. Teja done. Print double quotes now. Bless C. Print surplus. This time I'm giving triple single quotes. And one more thing, print triple double quotes. Mansa. I got Mansa. Okay. Your name? Rahul. Let me give the Rahul. For Rahul, I'm using single quote here. Rahul. And I'm giving double quotes here. What is the issue? Rahul is not coming. You started your print function, you started your string single quotes, but you are ending with the double quotes. That is a problem for the Rahul. That is a problem for the Rahul. It cannot work out. It cannot work out. Why? Because you started with the single quote, but you are ending with the double quotes. If you are starting with the single quotes, end with the single quote only. You are starting with the double quote, end with the double quote only. Can I understand? Can I go with the solution for this? What is the solution? For example, let me go. Rahul's bike. Rahul's bike is, what is your bike name? Company per Suzuki, Yamaha. Rahul's bike is Yamaha. If I am saying like this, what is happening here? Rahul's another. Rahul's another. I just want to say like this. This is a first phase. A first phase అంటే just I want to say Rahul's అనేది రాహుల్ యొక్క తెలుగులో రాహుల్ యొక్క Rahul's bike is Yamaha. When I say like this, I just want to use a first phase there. But a first phase here single quote already there, and here already single quote is there. Okay, can I say like this? Rahul's bike is Yamaha. It will work out. It will work out. But I want to see the first phases here. But I want to see my print like this. My print like this. Itla kavala. When I want to print like this, then it can give the output for you. No. Why? Because your Python is confusing. Sir, you are starting your string with the single quote, and you are ending with a string or a single quote. But inside again you are using single quote. Where I need to stop my line? Where I need to stop my line? It is confusing here. So to make it execute, to make it resolve, you can go with the one more way. What is the one more way? Better you can go with the double quotes outside. Better you can go with the double quote outside. When you are going with the double quote outside, it will give the output or not? Definitely. Definitely it will give the output. What is the output now? Rahul's bike is Yamaha. I given double quotes outside. I given double quotes outside. Now Python is not confusing. Okay, this is basically string. I'm actually recognizing starting with the double quotes, ending with the double quotes. That is okay. But inside single quote, okay. And I don't want to confuse it with Python. But Sarfaraz is asking me, no sir, I don't want to give like that. I don't want to give the double quotes outside, sir. I want to go with the single quotes only outside. But for Sarfaraz, I will give you one solution. The solution is you have to give the slash. You have to give the slash here. When you say the slash, okay, take it as a string. Don't think like it is. Don't think like it is a string literal. It is just like a character. Treat as a character. Treat as a character. When I say backslash for the colon, when I say backslash for the colon, automatically this is Rahul's mic is Yamaha. Automatically output. We don't have any problem for the output. So start with the single quote, ends with the single quote, and single quote always inside also. And for that single quote, I'm giving a backslash allowed. Some techniques you have to learn like this. Okay, for example, Manasa. I want to tell Manasa one thing. I am Manasa. I am having scooty. I want to print like this. So Manasa want to tell I am having scooty. Manasa want to highlight double quotes here. Manasa want to highlight scooty in double quotes. Then what I can do? I can give the solution. So by default, this will not exist. Default, it will not exist. Okay, so let me solve this. How to solve this? Better for the string, I can give the single quote outside. I can give the single quote outside also. When I give like this, I am Manasa, I am using, I am having scooty. And scooty highlighted with the double quotes. But no, Manasa want same thing like this. I don't want to go with the single quotes, sir. I want to go with the double quotes only. But what is the solution for this? The solution is very simple. You can use a backslash for the both strings. No. Backslash in a previous game. Okay. But slash is different. ముందు పెట్టాలా ముందు పెట్టాలి I am Manasa. I am having scooty, but double quotes outside. At the same time, inside also double quotes using. But for the double quote start, before start a double quote, you have to use the. This is called forward slash or backslash. No, forward slash. This is called forward slash. You have to go with the forward slash. Am I clear? Next, there is a one more thing for this particular print I want to tell you. Okay, so I am Srinivas. I am teaching. I am teaching Python. Last class మీకు ఇవన్నీ చెప్పానా చెప్పలేదా ఒక్కొక్క క్లాస్ లో కొత్త యాడ్ అవుతుంటాయి సేమ్ ఉండదండి ప్రతి క్లాస్ సేమ్ ఉండదు ప్రతి క్లాస్ కాపీ పేస్ట్ కాదు ఆ టైంకి ఆ మూడ్ను బట్టి మారిపోతూ ఉంటుంది ఇవాళ మూడు బాగుంది కొత్త అన్ని గుర్తొస్తానే చెప్తాను దట్ యూ హావ్ టు రిమెంబర్ సో ఐఎమ్ శ్రీనివాస్ ఐఎమ్ టీచింగ్ పైథాన్ దిస్ ఈస్ కమింగ్ ఇన్ సింగిల్ లైన్ but I don't want to see this complete line in the single line. I want to see in two lines. I am Srinivas, I am teaching Python. Then what I want to do? I am Srinivas, this one. I am Srinivas, then. Backslash n. What is backslash n here? Next line. Sorry, forward slash n. It is taking next line. What is happening now? I am Srinivas, I am teaching Python. Okay. Now, the same line. So here, what is this backslash forward slash n? What is this here? It is basically next line. Okay, so again, I want to use the same thing. I'm Srinivas, I'm teaching Python. Okay, but I'm Srinivas and I'm teaching Python. Both should have a bigger space. Then one more thing. What is this backslash T will do? What backslash T will do? Or forward slash T? Tab allocate. Tab allocate. Okay, what is the tab here? Tab is 4 spaces. Tab is 4 spaces. Just try to observe Python code today, whatever the Python we done so far. And I'll upload the recorded session yesterday and today. What you people have to give is your email IDs. So you both people go to the